Hunger during the pandemic is still a problem for SCV families. A local volunteer uses Facebook to spread goodwill. Christy Smith seeks a congressional rematch, and shelter animals are getting a new lease on life. I'm Jeremy Thompson, and this is your Canyons NewsMicro.
With news from across the Santa Clarita Valley, this is Canyons News.
Thanks for joining us for Canyons News. After a razor-thin loss in the 2020 congressional election, a former assembly member is throwing her hat back in the ring for a rematch. George Luis Aguila has all the details.
Last November, I lost the race for California's 25th congressional district.
After losing by a slim margin of 333 votes in the last election, longtime Santa Clarita Valley resident and former president of the Newhall School Board, Christy Smith, is once again declaring her candidacy for California's 25th district. Smith goes up against Mike Garcia, the Republican incumbent for this district. This has not been the first time they've gone up against one another. Not only had they squared up once before in the previous election, but as well as a special election of May 2020, due to the stepping down of previous Democratic Congresswoman Katie Hill. Smith looks forward to hopefully defeating Garcia in 2022 and flipping California's 25th congressional district once again. For Canyons News, I'm George Luis Aguila.
While vaccination rates are up and COVID-19 cases are rapidly falling, jobs across Los Angeles have been slower to return. And with this lingering unemployment can come hunger, even in our own backyard. Cars lined up on Thursday morning at the Castaic Lake State Recreation Area to take part in a free food distribution event sponsored by the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank to assist those facing food insecurity during the continuing pandemic.
A lot of folks are still out of work due to closures from the pandemic, and so our distribution is up about 125% compared to pre-pandemic. So we're going out to sites like this one here at Castaic Lake, and we're distributing extra food on top of what our agency partners throughout the county are distributing as well.
Food bank volunteers and county employees were on hand with enough provisions for an expected 1,600 households. The boxes of foodstuffs contained enough shelf-stable items, proteins, dairy, and fresh produce to supply a family for up to a week. And families came by the carful in need of the help.
Oh, hi, how are you today?
The food was donated by companies such as Amazon and area grocery chains, with additional funding coming from the County of Los Angeles. Just as we have all been affected by COVID-19,
Have your mask ready, please.
nowhere in the county has escaped the pangs of hunger.
Not only am I an LA native, but I'm actually from Santa Clarita, so it feels really great to be here in Castaic, giving back to the Santa Clarita community. Just because it's a nice suburban community doesn't mean that a lot of the people who live here weren't impacted by what's been going on with the pandemic. There's definitely a lot of need in communities like Santa Clarita all throughout LA.
As long as that need exists, the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank, its volunteers, and donors are committed to help. If you or someone you know is in need of some food on the table, visit lafoodbank.org to find upcoming free food distribution events near you. The SCV Adopt a Senior group on Facebook has been a comfort for students and their families since COVID-19 disrupted graduations last year. Hoping to bring surprises and smiles to high school seniors' faces, one dedicated volunteer puts in countless hours of effort to manage the group. Here's Cade Kostick with more.
To uplift the seemingly uneventful days for high school seniors, the SCV Adopt a Senior Facebook group created an idea that has made sure seniors don't feel forgotten by bringing them gifts, surprises, and more.
This time as a senior has been really difficult. There's no real closure, so having these little gifts here and there, even if it's nothing super big like a favorite candy or drink or something, getting those just makes me realize like, hey, this is actually an important thing in your life and you should be getting recognition for it.
Lisa Bray, a senior mom herself, directs the group with over 4,800 Santa Clarita community members who want to contribute. Seeing the struggle seniors were going through firsthand, Bray selflessly dedicated her time to moderate the group.
Seniors work so hard to get where they are. They've worked for 13 years to get here, and I just, it's nice to have the community involved with everyone graduating.
With all of the effort put in by Lisa and the community, it's no doubt that this group has immensely brightened the year for seniors.
I know personally with me and all my friends who I know who are in this group, we really appreciate all these parents and community members coming together to spend time and money to just appreciate us and us as seniors. And it really means a lot for the people who are running the group that they want to make this special moment for us.
For the people behind this project, just seeing the kids happy makes it all worth it for them.
No, I don't need a thank you or anything like that. I just want to see, and watching the kids' videos and the pictures and the excitement, the life brought back into their faces, that right there is everything.
From Canyons News, I'm Cade Kostick.
In a major step toward protecting animals awaiting new homes, Los Angeles has just crossed the threshold to be considered a no-kill city. Here's Isabel Mendez with the story of the shelter's success.
No Kill Los Angeles is an initiative that has been in place since 2012 and has gained much traction in the recent year. As of 2020, the save rate for animals in shelters reached a threshold of above 90%. The initiative is led by Best Friends Animal Society. Their mission is to gather volunteers, shelters, and welfare organizations to put a stop to the killing of cats and dogs.
I am very excited about Los Angeles becoming a no-kill city. I think that this is something that we've been really working towards for the past several years, and being here is definitely a great accomplishment. That means that a lot of the animals coming into LA animal shelters are no longer being euthanized for space.
The No Kill Coalition has boosted adoptions by holding large adoption events, marketing campaigns, and offering low-cost services for animals.
I think that overcrowding is a big issue for a lot of shelters, but I think really having that engagement with the community, really having that communication channels open with your community is really the key to preventing overcrowding.
For animal lovers alike, this initiative will continue to help your little furry friends find a welcoming home.
LA City's change from kill to no kill is really good. I'm really happy with it. I think it's beneficial for the animals, especially since adoption rates have gone up.
For Canyons News, I'm Isabel Mendez.
For the latest news in and affecting the Santa Clarita Valley, be sure to follow us across social media. For Canyons News, I'm Jeremy Thompson. Thanks for watching.